From the Siegel Center in downtown Richmond, Virginia, ESPN 3 presents continuing coverage of the 2018 South Region TBT. And today in the second round, last game of the day, 7-seed Atlanta Dirty South takes on the 2-seed Ram Nation. Looking at the South bracket here in Richmond, Virginia at the Siegel Center. Earlier today, it was Overseas Elite beating Monarch Nation to advance to the Super 16. Louisiana United advanced today as well, as did Team DRC. And the winner of this game, Atlanta Dirty South, Ram Nation, goes to take on Team DRC in the Super 16 in Atlanta in a couple of weeks. And welcome back, everyone. Brock Bowling, Dan Bonner with you here in Richmond. Ram Nation, a huge home court advantage again for the second straight night.
A huge home court advantage, and keep in mind that Atlanta Dirty South played a very intense game very late last night. Ram Nation is a team that likes to pressure you. We'll see how all that plays out today, whether Atlanta Dirty South has the legs to go.
Speaking of Atlanta Dirty South, its hero last night was Bernard Parks, led them in scoring and hit the game-winning jumper.
Well, Bernard Parks had a heck of a game last night. He scored 18 points, and all 18 of those points coming on 6 3-point baskets. So he made 6 of those babies, but none more important than the last one of the game. Playing in the Elam ending, they were 3 points away from the target score of 76. He was in his coach's lap over on the bench, and yet he made it to win the game. Now, Brandon Rozelle for VCU is also a guy, for Ram Nation, is also somebody who had 6 threes yesterday, and he just kept backing up. They were deeper and deeper. He got very hot. He scored a total of 21, including launching that baby. And as I say, he also had 6 3-point baskets yesterday, also had a 2-point field goal and a free throw. So if he finished with 21 points, yeah, that's right. He had to cool off a little bit there. Brandon Rozelle, you can see his line, 6 of 12 from 3-point range. And the VCU alumni team, Ram Nation, they forced 17 turnovers yesterday, scored 22 points off turnovers. That's the way they want to play. They want to get up and down, and it'll be very important for the Atlanta Dirty South team to take care of the basketball and not allow Ram Nation to get out in transition.
Ram Nation, the 2-seed, coming off an 86-72 win last night over Tampa 2020, hitting 13 out of 39 threes in the game. Atlanta Dirty South, the 7-seed, had to come from behind during the Elam ending last night and beat Purple and Black, the Kansas State alumni team, 76-74. A home court and home crowd advantage for Ram Nation, the VCU alumni team. Ram Nation clad in black and gold, and Atlanta Dirty South wearing its orange and white. Latona Wabo jumping center circle against James Farr, and opening tap, and here we go. Atlanta Dirty South, the 7-seed. Missed out on the TBT the last couple of years, but made it this year, and making the first shot of the game, Amin Stevens. Here's Ram Nation, Eric Maynard. Farr, Bradford Burgess can't hit the shot, and the rebound controlled by Atlanta Dirty South. PJ Myers, smallest man on the floor, just 5'9", missing that 3. Rebound out of bounds off of Reggie Williams for Ram Nation, stays with Atlanta Dirty South.
Myers is another guy who didn't score yesterday. He only attempted 2 shots. As long as Atlanta Dirty South can make this a half-court game, I think that they have so many gritty performers. I think they have a really good chance, even though this is a tough atmosphere for them.
And Wabo stuffed himself on the jam, just couldn't get the ball over the rim. Rebound to Ram Nation.
You mentioned this Ram Nation team not shy about shooting the 3. Attempted a total of 68 field goals yesterday, 39 of them coming from beyond the arc. So you got to get out there and defend the 3, and you can't turn the ball over if you're Atlanta Dirty South.
Yeah, 39 3-points attempted, 13 made, and there's a rattling 3-pointer going up and in for Langston Nolly for Atlanta Dirty South.
Nolly coming into this TBT is one of the all-time leaders in points per game. He only had 9 yesterday. Very good 3-point shooter, only 2 of 6 yesterday, but he knocked down the 3 there. He's was a good bounce. It's maybe Ram Nation's home court, but a little bit of a favorable role there for Langston Nolley.
You could feel the energy and just feel the excitement in this gym last night when Ram Nation played, and its home crowd right in the stands here on its home court as Brandon Rozelle picks up where he left off last night. Hit 6 threes last night. That's his first basket here this afternoon.
Well, as advertised, he does not need much time or room, and if you get out and guard him, he keeps backing up, and there's Nolley knocking down a 3. Going to get an opportunity for 4.
It's his second 3 of the game. He has 6 of Atlanta Dirty South's 8 points, and that's a 5-point lead for the 7 seed.
And Nolley is another guy who can get that shot off very quickly. He holds the 3rd highest scoring average in TBT history at 23.5 points a game.
Missing that free throw. Nolley had 9 points in the game last night against Purple and Black. 6 points so far here today. Reggie Williams reverses the layup, and it's good.
And here comes Ram Nation with the pressure.
Stevens coast to coast and lays it in.
And that's the way you have to attack the pressure. Make Ram Nation pay for the pressure, beat it, and go down and get an easy shot, whether it be a layup or a 3.
Rozelle had his pocket picked by P.J. Myers. Myers finds the trailing Stevens, fouled to the hoop. He'll head to the line for 2.
We talked about the turnovers that Ram Nation forced yesterday. Atlanta Dirty South forced 16 turnovers yesterday, and here, this is what you talk about with transition. You make the transition from defense, you get the steal, you go to offense quickly, you get an opportunity from the free throw line.
So Amin Stevens, 6 points last night in the win against Purple and Black. 4 points already in this first quarter alone. And Dirty South is 0 for 2 from the free throw line so far in this game.
Good start for Atlanta Dirty South, though.
And 0 for 2 for Stevens on that trip. Here comes Ram Nation down 5 on its home court. The turnaround by Williams is good.
And of course, as we mentioned, he led NCAA Division I in scoring in 2008. So he is a guy that can score in a variety of different ways. Scored a couple driving to the basket today.
Wide open for the 3 is Tim Ware. Stevens active inside and scores.
That was a problem area for Ram Nation yesterday. They gave up 13 offensive rebounds in their win against Tampa 2020.
Maynard missing that 3. He went scoreless last night against Tampa 2020, but racked up 7 assists. And a steal by Ram Nation. Turnover, the first one of the day for Atlanta Dirty South. Ram Nation trying to make a run. Far backdoor pass. Williams, layup, no, but he's fouled.
Very nice communication between Farr and Williams on that play. Farr gets the ball, he tells him to cut to the basket. Williams does, and Ware just is out of position.
So Reggie Williams at the line. Did not play for VCU. Played 4 years at VMI, Virginia Military Institute. He has 5 points in the game. He had 17 points in the win over Tampa 2020 last night.
That's interesting. This is the VCU alumni team, but the 2 guys who made that play, Farr and Williams, are not VCU grads. Farr played his college basketball at Xavier.
Here's Lotana Wabo against James Farr. Wabo got the step on Farr and missed the shot. Farr the rebound. Theus. Burgess. Theus. Yes!
Boy, what a great fast break. It all starts with an outstanding outlet pass, and these guys can get out and go.
Ram Nation cuts the lead down to 2. Wabo. Yes. 2 points for Latona Wabo. And Atlanta Dirty South extends its lead to 4 at 14-10. Elvin Johnson can't hit that three. He wore number 0 last night, wearing number 12 here tonight for Ram Nation. PJ Myers, he fakes the three, drives inside, and nifty layup, and it goes in.
That's his first basket in this TBT. Nice response by Atlanta Dirty South, and that's what you have to do when you're playing this Ram Nation team.
Bradford Burgess from downtown knocks in a deep three, his first points of the night.
A lot of weapons for the Ram Nation, and if you're Atlanta Dirty South, they are going to make some runs at you. You just have to respond.
In the corner, Nolly missing on that three. Over the back rebound, foul called on Ram Nation. It's on Melvin Johnson, that's his first.
Now, Atlanta Dirty South continues to really do a nice job battling inside on the offensive boards. And sometimes that happens if you're trying to pressure on defense. It's hard to get your blockouts correctly.
And subs come in for Ram Nation, a very deep Ram Nation team. It has 14 players on the roster. Most teams have about 9 or 10. This team has 14. They can throw a lot of different bodies at you in a hurry. Bernard Parks airballs that three. Schuler the rebound for Ram Nation. Marshall against Christian Wabo. Burgess drives to the rack and can't follow. And also on the missed finish attempt was Marshall.
Boy, you'd like to finish that one. You'd like your 7-footer to be able to just dunk that one home.
And Bradford Burgess the rebound for Ram Nation. It's a Ram Nation team that took overseas elites down to the wire in the Epic 8 last year, losing by 7 points in the TBT of 2017. Tough fadeaway missed badly by Johnson. He thought he got fouled. No call. They play on. Oh, and Xavier Moon got tripped up inadvertently by Darius Theus. And a timeout taken on the floor. 3:01 to go here in the first quarter. As Atlanta Dirty South getting baskets from PJ Myers on the drive. Burgess hits one for VCU. Back here in Richmond, let's take a look at the rules for the TBT. They play 4 9-minute quarters. A player fouls out after his 6th personal foul of the game. Also, on the 5th foul of each quarter, all non-shooting fouls will be awarded double bonus free throws. That's considered the penalty. FIBA goaltending rules in effect, which allow any player to make a play on the ball once it hits the rim, except on free throws. Timeout situation. Each team starts with 3 30-second timeouts and 1 full timeout, but can only carry over 3 timeouts into the second half. And of course, the Elam ending, first dead ball, under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The game clock is shut off. They add 7 points to the leading team's score. That is the target score. First team to reach the target score wins the game. And back in live action courtside, Amin Stevens, another tough shot, and it goes in. He has 8 points in this first quarter alone.
He has been extremely effective on the inside. The Nation team, despite their superior height, has no answer for him right at the moment.
Atlanta Dirty South by 5, and a hip check by Dwight Englade for Atlanta Dirty South into the game for the first time. That's his first.
Englade only played a minute last night, and I think what you're going to see today, the Atlanta Dirty South team is going to try to use their entire bench. They played basically 8 guys yesterday, but they have 10 guys over there, and I think you'll see them all in use today.
And Rozelle back into the game. He had the hot hand last night, hitting threes all over the place for Ram Nation. Turns it over, second TO on Ram Nation. Stevens in traffic, lost the ball out of bounds. Turnover, Atlanta Dirty South.
You don't want to turn the ball over, but if you're going to turn the ball over against this Ram Nation team, you want to do it that way, so they have to take the ball out of bounds. You don't want to give this outfit the opportunity to run down the court and get an easy basket after a turnover.
Rozelle, Jordan Burgess, Melvin Johnson scored the basket. Oh, one official says block, the other one says charge. They're talking to see if he was in the restricted circle or not. They confer.
It's the official who is on the outside.
And they call a block. Count the basket and one.
The way the officials work that, the official who's on the outside is responsible in that situation for looking at the restricted area. And in this particular case, it was Ryan Martin on the outside. He looked and he thought that the restricted area was in play, and clearly it is. He's got his heels on that restricted area, and as a result, it is, by rule, it has to be a blocking foul. So nice job by the officials to get together.
So the basket by Johnson. He had 10 points last night against Tampa 2020. And the foul shot goes in. Ram Nation 2 of 3 at the line, and it's down to a 2-point game. Christian Wabo spinning inside, missing the tough reverse lay-in. Rebound Ram Nation. Johnson out of bounds off of Ram Nation to Atlanta Dirty South.
You got to be really careful if you take tough shots, quick shots, bad shots. That's just like a turnover. And one of the ways that you keep this Ram Nation fast break under control is you get good shots on the offensive end so that you're not only in good rebounding position, but you're in good position for defensive bounds.
Bernard Parks stumbles, gets the ball over to Xavier Moon, inside to Anglade. And he had the ball knocked away, got it back somehow into the hands of Parks, and then off of Johnson's leg for Ram Nation, out of bounds, stays with Dirty South with 5 seconds to shoot.
The officials are talking with one another about whether or not Ram Nation Johnson had possession of the ball before it went off his foot, and they decided he did not. So you're right, the shot clock stays at 5 seconds.
Parks on the drive at the buzzer, got it.
And that's his first 2-point basket of the TBT.
It's 6 threes and 18 points last night, including the game winner. Rozelle short on the 3. Rebound Xavier Moon for Atlanta Dirty South. Parks, a deep 3, same spot where he hit the game winner last night. Comes up empty this time. Rebound Ram Nation. Maynard to Theus. Jordan Burgess for 3. Fight for the rebound, and an over-the-back foul called on Darius Theus of Ram Nation.
And that'll be the 5th foul, so they'll shoot that one. And Parks, this is with the shot clock running down. He does a nice job getting inside. That's poor defense by Ram Nation. Some guys driving to the basket with the shot clock running out. You got to get some help there.
Dwight Anglade will go to the line. He played only 1 minute, like Dan said, on last night's game. Did not score. Comes up empty on the free throw. And Atlanta Dirty South 0 of 4 at the line so far in the first quarter.
When you wonder if that's going to come back to bite them. They've done a nice job getting to the line, but you've got to convert once you get there.
1 out of 2 for Dwight Anglade, his first points of the night. Inside of a minute to go in the first quarter, and Atlanta Dirty South has a 5-point lead on Ram Nation. Ryan Richards spots up for 3. Offensive rebound, B.A. Walker. Here's Maynard. Rozelle, tough drive, can't finish. Tap try, miss. Walker to Richards. Good ball movement by Ram Nation. Maynard spots up for the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound by Xavier Moon for Atlanta Dirty South. Down to 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Myers Left elbow jumper is good.
Boy, what a great finish to the quarter by Atlanta Dirty South. In fact, what a solid first quarter all the way around. The Ram Nation team makes a couple of runs, but Atlanta Dirty South, a very impressive first quarter performance.
P.J. Myers with his second basket of the game. He did not score last night against Purple and Black. He has 2 baskets in this first quarter, including the buzzer beater to end the first frame. Dirty South leads it by 7.